Alright guys, well, they say you should learn on your own stuff, so I wanted to try and wash my property and learn a thing or two. So I pulled up the trailer as I would for a customer and started to get to work. So trying to figure out what the best method is to do everything, the best procedure. So wet everything down. And this first driveway I wanted to do a downstream injector. So I hooked up the downstream straight into one of them chlorine buckets and sprayed it down. I used a turbo nozzle for the sidewalk and just started going to town. I wasn't sure if you should use a turbo nozzle or a fan tip or which one's better than what. I think the fan tip might be a little bit better to control where I'm going. I think the turbo nozzle was hitting the dirt up a little too much. And then here's where I ran into my first rookie mistake. So first lesson learned, fill it up with gas or at least check it before you start running stuff. So I didn't really have much left in that can. I just put in what I had left and set it back up and started going. So my thought was to use the surface cleaner all the way around and then come back with the turbo nozzle and clean up the edges. I'm still trying to figure out what the better order of operations is. Trying to find the best method on which pattern to run the surface cleaner so you're not tripping over the hose too. And I think this pattern right here where I'm going back and forth away from the hose was working out pretty well. So I might switch over to something like that. I just need more experience to figure out what works, what doesn't. Tried using the surface cleaner for the gutters and it wasn't really hitting it too good. So this is where I came in with that turbo nozzle to get the edges. Problem with this is it's kind of hard to see what you got, what you versus what you didn't have, and it was puddling up. So still many things to learn, but yeah, at least I was getting something done. You were seeing some kind of progress. The gutters are slow going. I think a fan tip would have worked a lot better, but so I did a rinse, but I didn't do a post treat. I just kind of left it at that. When I was getting to about that point, I ran out of gas again, and I didn't feel like going back up to the gas station yet with the trailer all hooked up. So I just finished off what I had left with the hose, coiled everything back up, cleaned it up, and then went up to get some gas. So now that I'm all gassed up, figured I'd do the side and the back. The side's got a lot of algae on it. I got the AC condenser just dripping off into that that plant there, and just kind of flows out. Got to get like a tray to hold that off. But this is when I use just straight, SH from a pump sprayer. Sprayed it straight on there and let it dwell for a little bit, and then hit it. And I think that works a lot more. I'm not too impressed with downstream injecting. I mean, I'm probably not doing it right, but didn't really work out that great for me. I didn't get the ratio that I liked, so I think this is definitely the way to go for now. Probably build one of them battery operated 5-gallon bucket deals, but that's the before and after, the pavers, and then the side. So I didn't use any red ox to get all of that rust looking stuff off, but like I said, it's my place, so I'm just trying to get it nice and clean for having company come over or whatever. This was a big thing. This is something that I don't know how you guys deal with. Let me know down in the comments, but you have the customers move all of the stuff off where you're going to shoot, or do you add that in with what you got to do? I think it's like a catch-22 because they could claim that you damaged something or something got damaged in there, but you can also get dinged for it getting damaged from hitting it with SH or anything that you got. But I don't know, I guess that's another thing you're going to have to learn on the job. But yeah, that's all done. Coiled everything up, washed it off, and so a few spots maybe there. I think that looks all right. Right here, missed. Over here. It was puddling up, so I wasn't sure what I should do, but you know, being that it's my house, I probably would have cleaned up a little bit better. I would have washed the surface cleaner, everything out a little bit more. But I'm about to take it all back out and put it in the garage. So, anyways, leave me some comments on tips, tricks, suggestions, anything. Let me know what I did wrong. You know, lessons learned. Ran out of gas, blew an O-ring, didn't use the right tips, whatever. But just let me know. I gotta learn.